Hey everybody, you're watching the world famous MINIAC, and I'm here with something incredible. I mean, really incredible. I never thought I would have the chance to actually be around one of these cars. So your eyes are not playing tricks on you. This is a 2006 Mini Cooper S John Cooper Works GP. This is one of 2,000 that were built, and it's incredible. I've never actually gotten a chance to see one of these up close, and it is just amazing. The four-spoke wheels, the side skirts, that wonderful exhaust, the massive wing. It even has a rear brake light delete up on top because they moved it down to the lower part of the rear window. Holy smoke. This is GP number 1665. So it's one of the last ones in the run, but amazing little car. Now you might not know this, they didn't have xenon headlights, they had halogens, but I do know of someone who did have xenons retrofitted into the car. It had a unique front bumper, as you can see there. No fog lights at all. Bespoked wheels, bigger brakes, unique side skirts, and the original GP wing that made this all possible. And if I could unlock the car, where's the lock button? There we go. No rear seat, the rear stress bar, which actually feels like it's a real stress bar, and so you could store things. It had the storage bin where the seat would be. Amazing. And of course, because it was an R53, the battery was in the back. As far as performance specs go, it had 218 horsepower and 184 foot-pounds of torque. So, pretty decent for a little R53. Did I also mention it has under 6,000 miles? This is a 15-year-old car and it has under 6,000 miles. That's incredible. Oh, by the way, it is for sale. I'm not going to tell you the price, but if you want to contact Baron Mini and ask them about this car, they are selling it. I don't know what the guy traded it in for. Anyway, let's take a look at the engine. Now, just to show you how long it's been since I've been in an R53, I went over here for the hood release, and I forgot it's over on the passenger side. There we go. If you're curious what the paint color is, it's called Thunder Blue. There's the release, and up we go. Well, doesn't look much different, does it? But I've been told it is. Freer flowing intercooler, extra cooling up front, I've been told, so it does breathe a little bit easier. Not bad. This one's immaculate though. The previous owner must have taken really good care of this sucker. Usual things to look for, strut mount things. So those are fine. This looks in pretty good shape though. And just to show you how few miles it's been driven, it still has Cosmoline in a lot of the spots from when it was shipped over. Now, the owner, or previous owner I should say, put seat covers on this, but if you pull them up, these are the original Recaros that were in the car from the factory, And as you can see, they are in really, really good shape. Looks like a regular Cooper S interior for the most part. GP badging on the dash, and it even says 1665 out of 2000. Manual climate control, all the toggles except for the fog lights, speedometer, tach, pretty basic stuff here. GP sill plates. Now it's hotter than heck out here right now, but, well, it's really humid. But if you haven't guessed what I'm about to do, I get to take this thing for a spin. We're just gonna go a few miles, but it'll be a few miles well worth it in an incredibly rare car. So I'm gonna go mount the camera over on the windshield and we're gonna go have some fun. Now, it's not very often you get to drive something as incredibly rare as this beauty. So we're gonna roll the windows up and go for it. I might not be doing much talking because I don't have a microphone hooked up to this thing, so you probably won't be able to hear me as well as you normally would. Oh, wow. Here we go. Oh my gosh. This is one twitchy little car. Holy smoke. This thing's incredible. Let's see if we can get that supercharger to wind up again. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm gonna try to go easy on this thing, but oh my gosh. There's a lot of features that are different compared to the newer cars. For one, there's no click the turn signal and it just stays that way for like 3 seconds. This one, you actually have to hold it gently and let it go if you're gonna change lanes. So they've done a lot of stuff to take out the guesswork in driving one of these. But wow, this is just an incredible little car. And I didn't realize how fast that was going. Holy smoke. I can definitely agree with a lot of people that there's a lot more driving you do with the older cars than you do with a lot of the newer ones. And by that I mean you are doing a lot more to keep the car going versus all the nannies and everything you have in the other stuff. Granted, this car does have cruise control, but holy smoke. All right, well, I didn't say I was going to do this, but we're going around it. Oh my gosh. And I'm trying to be very easy on this thing because it's not mine. Belongs to the dealership. Oh, if I had the money though, I'd be buying this sucker. Oh, I love it. Didn't realize they turned off the traction control on it. That makes it more interesting. And around we go again. Oh. have never driven a GP before, or GP1 anyway. I've driven the GP3, I've driven the GP2. I've never driven the GP1. And this thing is incredible. This is in a whole nother league of car. I mean, there's the Cooper S, there's the Cooper, there's a John Cooper Works, and then there's the GP. And the GP is something else. What that is, I don't know. But it is something else. I don't know. If I had to pick a GP to own, GP1, GP2, GP3, I'm almost at this point thinking the GP1 would be the one to have. Just because of how rare this sucker is. Only 2,000 of them were built. 2,000. And I have no clue how many of them are still on the road. I know this one is. But I'm gonna get this sucker back over to the dealership. This was worth it. Oh my gosh. Loved every second of that. Whew. Otherwise, it looks like a regular Cooper S in here. But it has 218 horsepower. Now, just so you know, the Cooper S had 168, and the John Cooper Works had like 200. So this had 18 more horsepower. The John Cooper Works in GP of the R56 generation had like 208 horsepower. This thing was more powerful than those cars. And it was hand built by Bertoni. So there are very few cars out there that can have that lineage right there, that can have that claim to being hand built in Italy. And you know the Italians are good at crafting things. They're good at crafting cars. They make great food. But they definitely managed to take a British icon and make it something entirely different. But I'm gonna end the video right here because I need to get this car back up to the dealership. But I hope you enjoyed this drive along and look at this 2006 GP. If you did, leave a like below. Don't forget to comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna put my playlist at the end of this video for all things GP car on my channel. So GP1, GP2, and GP3. But as always, I'm just gonna remind you all that life is too short to drive a boring car. So, yeah, definitely drive a Mini. I'll see you all in the next video.